Welcome back to World War III in Broken Arrow. Let's see what the Russians have to say about everything that went down.
Morozova.
Lena, my dear, can you tell me what the fuck happened to this whole humanitarian convoy operation, huh? I've just had a call from above, and they're not happy at all.
They opened fire on our troops, which was part of the mission's contingencies, and the mission was validated. We pushed them in a corner and forced them to show their true colors. Now the world cannot ignore the truth that they are the aggressors.
Lena, when will you learn? The world doesn't care about the truth. The truth is whatever the victor decides to tell when the war is over. So if I were you, I would make sure we are victorious, so you can tell your version of the story.
So, are we at war?
Not officially, of course. Declaring war is a thing of the past, yes? But this act of war cannot remain unanswered. We would lose face. Contingency Plan 57 has been approved and is now in immediate effect. You know what to do. I hope I can count on you.
Yes, of course.
One last thing. I've seen the request for your team. Take battalion and the commander, whatever his name is. They make sense and the records are impeccable. But are you sure about Demidov? He's a goner.
Don't worry, I have my reasons. I am sure he will be up to the task.
Still good at motivating men, I see. But don't fuck this up, Lena. I won't be here to save your nice little ass if you do.
Mind your own ass, mudak.
So, welcome to Estonia.
Hello?
Доброе утро, Colonel Demidov. This is Agent Lena Morozova from SVR.
Huh? Secret Service? Okay, what is it about?
Duty calls, Colonel. Mother Russia once again requires your services. We're launching a series of military operations in the Baltic states in relation to the attack of our troops escorting supplies to Kaliningrad.
But I was supposed to retire in,
Are you retired yet, Colonel?
No, but,
Then this is understood. You will work under my supervision in a special mobile command unit. Pack up your things. A helicopter is already on its way to pick you up.
but where are you taking me?
Grab something warm. We're going to Narva. Colonel Demidov, finally you're here. Please meet Captain Battalion.
It's an honor, sir. I've read your memoirs at the Academy.
Ah, yes, I've read them too.
And did you have time to read the documents I left for you in the helicopter during the flight?
Well, yes, the general intention is clear, but there are plenty of elements that need reviewing, starting with a proper inventory of our forces.
That's why you're here, Colonel. Your expertise is highly valued, and I'm sure you will rapidly find solutions to all those details. You will also be assisted in your task by the commander, who will handle the direct command of our troops and who will, I'm sure, always make the most of every situation. Now let's get out into the field and start this inventory.
Alright, let us begin.
The city of Narva lies on the opposite bank of the Narva River, which marks the frontier with Estonia. We expect only limited resistance from reserve troops of the Estonian Defense League. And since the population is mostly Russian, there shouldn't be much civilian resistance. But first, we need to regroup our units. Who is in charge here?
Lieutenant Petrov, I'm in charge here.
Not anymore. Commander, take control of these troops.
You won't be taking command of much here. We got plenty of vehicles in storage, but no one to operate them.
Well, thanks, Lieutenant. We'll take it from here. Commander, I will contact the nearby base and have them send crews for those vehicles. In the meantime, I suggest you take a look around and determine which vehicles the crews should be assigned to first.
Okay, so we got some tanks, we got some artillery, some anti-air.
The first truck carrying vehicles cruise has arrived. Send this cruise to the unnamed armored vehicles you want to recover.
So we got BMPs. Okay. Right, so we gotta secure the border.
T-72s, old, reliable, and smoking heavily. Just like me.
Okay. Let's get some BMPs too.
Good old BMP-1s, reliable as ever. Machines designed to fight in the middle of a nuclear apocalypse. Doesn't fear a bit of rust and snow.
Let's get those BMP frees. Okay. Gotta move these guys over here. Artillery or Strelas? Well, let's get both.
Strela 10, anti-aircraft vehicles. The Estonians don't have any combat aircraft, but with American troops training nearby, you never know.
Okay. Alright, get those BMP frees next.
BMP-3s, now we're talking. This 100mm gun provides excellent fire support against infantry.
Battalion reporting. My troops are in position. I'm ready to attack. Just give the order.
Hold on, Battalion. The commander is still working on recovering armored vehicles.
Then hurry up, Commander. We must act quickly. Isn't that right, Colonel? Seizing the initiative and maintaining a high operational tempo keeps the enemy in a defensive mindset, making their actions predictable and easier to defeat. That's from your memoirs, Comrade Colonel. I've memorized some passages by heart.
A second truck transporting vehicle crews has arrived. Assign them to the vehicles you need the most, Commander.
Okay. So what should I get? BTR 82s, BMP2s. Yeah, let's get BMP2s. I figure that's gonna make the most sense. Although, it depends on what we're dealing with. So vehicles might just end up being, you know, a good way of getting my guys killed. Anyway.
BMP-2s are backbone infantry fighting vehicles, equipped with a 30mm autocannon and ATGMs.
Okay. So we got some BERs and BMP2Gs over there.
MTLBs. Who would have thought I'd be retiring before they do? BTR-82s. Those tin cans have less armor than a wheelbarrow, but they're fast and armed with a 30mm autocannon.
That should be enough to start the attack, Colonel. We don't have all day.
Okay.
Absolutely not. We need at least twice as many vehicles, as well as support units, and...
That was not a question. We're working on a very precise timeline. Multiple operations like this are being launched simultaneously across all the Baltic states. If we don't attack now, we'll lose the element of surprise.
Withholding information from me won't get us anywhere. How am I supposed to make the right decisions if I don't have all the cards in hand?
Nobody has all the cards in hand, Colonel. Not me, not you. Especially not you. Otherwise, it would constitute a serious security risk for the entire operation.
All right. Commander, the breach is right in front of us. This is a choke point, so we'd better cross it quickly and secure a breachhead on the other side as fast as possible. The city might be mostly favorable to our presence. That doesn't mean the garrison shares the same opinion. You need to capture the border guards' headquarters as quickly as possible, and we might be able to take the city.
Free the city.
Free the city, without much bloodshed. I will continue to inform you when new vehicle crews become available, Commander. Use them to reinforce your group or to replace any losses, if there are any. Many vehicles are in very poor condition. Our mechanics will try to get some of them back into working order over time. Sometimes it's nothing, just a dead battery or a missing cable.
Okay. So what we got here? Let's send these guys over here. And then throw everything we got. Yeah, that's a stupid...
Has been sounded. We don't have much time. Head for the Estonian Defense League's headquarters before they can organize their defenses. Captain Battalion, advance on the left flank. Clear route at residential sector.
Так точно, товарищ Colonel. They won't understand what hit them.
Okay. Let's move. Alright, move closely. I'm not sending the vehicles in there, that's a death trap.
Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания?
I'm willing to use the trucks as bait.
Пехота здесь. Так точно, заходим. Это пехота. Мы переезжаем. Пехота на приеме. Тук-тук. Хороший дом для обороны. Понял, идем на зачистку. Пехота здесь, ведем бой. Перемещаемся. Погнали. Принял, выдвигаемся. Есть кто дома? Пехота, по нам работают. Проверить здание.
Alright, that did it.
По коням. Пехотинцы ждут вас.
The headquarters of the Estonian Defense League is ours. This should
Good.
provide us with a short respite.
Боевая машина пехоты здесь. Заводи мотор. Пехота.
Okay, what's the next
New
objective?
vehicles crews have arrived. Use them to reinforce our forces.
Грузовой автомобиль готов. Поддай газку. Катимся. Дорога наш дом. Выдвигаюсь.
The Estonians are regrouping and seem to be preparing a counterattack. Defend the perimeter of the fort. As long as we hold it, we keep control of the bridge.
Ваши указания. Колеса приехали. Приказ понял. Едем. Пехота здесь.
Okay, sprint over there.
Логистика готова.
Ah. Some artillery we got right there.
Пехота на приеме. Не останавливаемся.
Look at that, an old Soviet Buratino. What the hell is it doing here? I'm not sure it's the right tool for the job I'm in. We're not here to raise the city to the ground.
Выпад обстрелов. Надо их выбить.
No, but we do got enemy artillery coming in. Let's go.
ПВО, докладываю. Транспорт здесь.
Точка U, ballistic missile. Now that's all Soviet tech. Still, as long as the missile managed to launch, it should come back down. Eventually.
Не тормозим.
CV-90 armored vehicle spotted. They're from their elite mechanized scouts battalion. Something tells me this attack is not taking them completely by surprise.
Мотолыга на связи. Мотолыга здесь. Грузовик снабжения готов к транспортировке. Нехватка витаминов. Мотолыга здесь. ТТ на связь. Мы под огнем. Допусти дыму. Транспорт, слушай. БМВ, слушай. Здесь жарко. Куда вас доставить? Огнемётный расчёт на связи. Логистика здесь. Логистика готова. Как ракетные сани на рельсе. Транспорт на поле боя. Снабжение заказывали. БМП внимательно слушает. Бог войны слушает. Никто не выживет. Это пехота. Меняем ППД. Пути. Грузовой автомобиль готов. Кому нужны припасы? Ваха здесь, ведем бой. БТР под огнем, мы на связи. Пойдем по черному. Коробочка на приеме. Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке. Мы переезжаем. Мотолыга на приеме. Снабжение заказывали.
Okay.
Покинуть салон.
Look Looks like they've had enough. They're falling back and taking defensive positions in the buildings of the city center.
Понял, двигаемся.
Continue your progression through the city, Commander. We need to clear all the pockets of resistance.
Okay.
Пехота, здесь.
Capture this crossroad, Commander. It controls the two main axes of the city. Nothing enters or leaves without us knowing if you control it.
Very well. I'll need my infantry to do the job.
The railway station is an important logistics hub. You can probably grab some supplies for your troops there.
Работаю. Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания? Тяжелый транспорт здесь.
The railway station, huh?
Готов сотрясать землю. Приказ понял. Без проблем. Только сначала запакуемся. Логистика готова. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Транспорт здесь.
Alright, let's get these guys to pick up some supplies.
A group of partisans is willing to join our forces, Commander. They're quite inexperienced and poorly equipped, so it's best to use them as the rear guard elements. Or cannon fodder. Your choice.
Занимаем позицию. Пехота ждет приказа.
Alright, we need to take that point. We got more troops coming in.
Куда вас довести? Уже еду. Пехота ждет указаний. Пехота здесь. Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания? Заходим на борт. Т-72 готов к работе. Давай прокатимся. Заводи мотор.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Мы будем на позиции быстрее. Огнеметный расчет здесь. Квадрат 22.
Open fire.
Ракетная артиллерия ждет ваших указаний. Накрыть площадь. Огнеметный расчет слушает.
A new truck full of vehicle crews has arrived. They're waiting to be dispatched.
Грузовой автомобиль готов. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Поддай газку. Боевая машина пехоты на связи. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Огнеметный расчет на связи. Проверить здание.
Okay, just gonna move the vehicles forward. And send these guys to get some repairs then.
Приказ понял. Выезжаем. Принял.
I'll use these guys to hold the line here.
Бог войны слушает. Кому нужны припасы? Поездка окончена. Пехота на приеме. Пехота ждет приказа. Это пехота. Вас понял. Выдвигаемся. Пехота в бою.
Gotta be careful.
Боевая машина пехоты здесь. Логистика готова. Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания? Пехота на приеме.
Get some Strelas right there.
Транспорт ждет приказа. Выдвигаемся. Баба с возу кобыли легче. Куда вас довести? 72-ка. Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов.
Acacia! Artillery conquers and infantry occupies. Ain't that right?
Пехота ждет указаний. Громко и четко. Координаты. Будем там. Двигаюсь к точке. Арту вызывали. Уже еду.
Commander, we have a dormant cell infiltrated nearby. Link up with them. I am sure they will prove to be very valuable assets.
Давай прокатимся. Меняем ППД.
Okay,
Заряд.
open fire if you will.
Потопали.
Ouch.
Пехота ждет приказа.
Here comes the ballistic missile.
Готов к транспортировке. Пехота здесь! Пехота под обстрелом! Это пехота! Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке.
Vehicle crews are waiting to be assigned, Commander.
Тяжелый транспорт здесь.
Well, thanks for that information.
Подай газку. Приказ понял, выезжаем. Танки грязи не боятся. Работаем.
Are we just gonna rush with tanks over here? That is so bad as an idea. I just don't have enough infantry.
Вас понял, двигаемся. Тук-тук. Пехота на связи.
But maybe I should keep the tanks in reserve and use the infantry that I do have to take position.
Быстрей!
Okay, let's get those supplies.
Автомобиль готов.
Use those reservists.
Говори, куда накрыть. Пехота здесь, ведем бой. Парни, живее, живее. Пехота на приеме. Погнали.
Don't think I didn't see those F-16s, by the way.
Пехота ждет указаний. Бог войны слушает.
Alright.
Работаю.
Try and get some shots off.
Слушаю. Готов.
Grid square removal.
Транспорт на связи. Пехота на приеме. Пехота
Alright.
ждет приказа. Это пехота. Мы в огневом контакте с противником. Беги, Лола, беги. Пиздец, мы в такой замес попали. Приказ понял. Едем. Т-72 на связи. ВТР на связи. Огнеметный расчет здесь. Пехота здесь. Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания? Разведка на связи. Логистика готова. Логистика здесь. Как ракетные сани на рельсы. Арт-расчет на связи. 333. Принял. Выдвигаюсь. Есть кто дома? Кому нужны припасы? Погнали. Транспорт на связи. Проверим этот дом. ГРУ слушает. Двигаемся. Это пехота. Бли. Принял, выхожу. Пехота, мы под обстрелом. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Двигай жопой. Ракетная артиллерия на связи. Ударю громко. Т-72 готов. Пехота ждет указаний. Огнеметный расчет ждет ваших указаний. И горизонт озарился пламенем. Быстрее! Да. Это пехота. Грузовой автомобиль готов. Мы переезжаем. Вacre, слушай. Противовоздушная оборона. Докладываю. Да. Comrade Colonel, they're beginning to retreat on my flank as well. Their combat units are still holding the line, but I can see trucks trying to escape. They're heading your way, Commander. You should be able to intercept them at the main crossroad if you manage to hustle it a bit. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Куда вас доставить? Пути. Транспорт здесь. Транспорт заказывали? Выдвигаюсь. Покинуть салон. Первый пошел.
You hold the central crossroad. This is the beginning of the ends for them.
Пехота на приеме. Пехота ждет приказа. Заводи мотор. Vacre слушает.
Additional enemy units are converging in the direction for the central crossroads. Don't let them retake it and intercept the retreating units, Commander.
Intercept those tracks, Commander. Don't give them a chance to fall back. Коробочка на приеме. Транспорт ждет приказа. Куда вас доставить? Транспорт заказывали?
That's a nice find, Commander. T-80s were only issued to elite tank units. They've aged a bit now, of course, but who hasn't, huh?
Т-72 готов к работе. Дымовая завеса. Пехота на приеме. Боевая машина пехоты здесь. Быстрее давай. Принял. Зачищаем. Огнеметный расчет на связи. Отдай газку. БМП слушает. Приказ понял. Выезжай.
Okay, so they got a lot of the...
Look at that! Booker light tanks! The Americans are giving them away to anyone willing to take them these days.
They're not real tanks, just glorified assault guns. We'll deal with them easily, Comrade Colonel.
I don't know. They sure look like tanks, if you ask me.
Okay. Alright, I got my infantry in the location. Gotta be careful with those T-80s. We won't get many of them.
All the trucks have been destroyed. Don't you think I should get some credit for that? After all, I'm the one who made them flee in your direction.
You've lost control of the crossroad, Commander. Retake it immediately.
Easy to say, harder to do. I just need troops.
Тактический грузовик готов к перевозке. Готов сотрясать землю. Заряд. Ставь дымовую завесу. Ракетная артиллерия слушает. Перемещаясь на заданную позицию. Никто не выживет. Противовоздушная оборона. На прием. Понял, принял. Грузовик снабжения готов к транспортировке.
Right, pull back.
Огнеметный расчет слушает. Эх, только разложились. Погнали туда. Штурман, выходим на дорогу. Пехота, по нам работают. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Выдвигаюсь. Да, командир. Поддай газку.
Okay.
Установлен дымовая завеса. ваши указания. Меняем ППД. Понял, идем на зачистку. Уже в пути.
Oh shit.
Погнали. Пехота под обстрелом. Медаль в пол! Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Пехота в бою. Артрасчет на связи. Comrade Colonel, the enemy is in full retreat on my side. I'm right on their heels, but they will arrive in force from your left flank, Commander. Be ready to greet them. Кому нужны припасы? Давай прокатимся. Пехота на приеме. Пехота здесь. Парни, живее, живее давай. Туда.
Alright, we need that artillery to do its job. Guess I lost the tanks.
Квадрат 22 по улитке 3. Логистика здесь. Противовоздушная оборона здесь. Накрыть площадь. Пехота ждет приказа. Так точно, заходит. Зачистить.
Alright, get those reservists.
Снабжение заказывали. Пехота ждет указаний.
Alright, we got some T-72s.
Ракеты и артиллерия ждет ваших указаний. Работаю. Пехота на связи. Какие ваши указания? Дорога наш дом. Разгружай картоху. Логистика готова. Принял, идем. Принял, выдвигаемся. Пехота ждет приказа. Пехота здесь. Меняем ППД. Да, командир. Пехоты много 200. Пехота здесь, ведем бой. Это пехота. У пехоты 200-е. Пехотинцы ждут ваших приказов. Говори, куда накрыть. Логистика здесь. Пехота, вы под обстрелом. У нас 300-е. ПВО, слушай. Грузовик снабжения готов к транспортировке. Это пехота. Мы в огневом контакте с противником. Пехота здесь, ведем бой. В атаку! Снабжение заказывали. Пехота в бою. Это пехота. У нас есть 300 и 200. Транспорт на связи. Кому нужны припасы?
Alright, they got away.
Катимся.
Fair enough.
Без проблем. Закрыть площадь. Мы переезжаем. Артрасчет на связи. Грузовой автомобиль готов. Выдвигаюсь.
Open fire then.
Огнеметный расчет ждет ваших указаний. Ракетная артиллерия на связи. Заряд! Еще один удар, и мой грузовик готов. Пехота под огнем. Тяжелый транспорт здесь. Поддай газку. Двигайся, блядь! Чё встали? Зададим жару. Ноги в руки. Давай, давай.
Some enemy units managed to get through, but they suffered heavy losses today.
Yeah.
Пехота ждет
The
указаний.
remaining enemy forces are retreating from the town. This was a decisive victory today. I think it's time for everyone to rest and refit.
Negative, Colonel. Begin the pursuit immediately. Don't give them any respite.
Логистика здесь.
You're serious? Okay. Use the minimum amount of crews. Finish the mission on okay. And don't let any truck get away. So we didn't quite get manage to eliminate all of the enemy units, but we did manage to eliminate a good portion of them. Well, World War III. KD ratio 133, so it's decent, not great, however.
Use them to
Still.
reinforce our forces.
Next up, we go in deeper into Estonia. Right there. Then you have Lithuania, Kaliningrad. So yeah, welcome to World War III.